There's an ancient city that you have to visit before you die. It's carved into rock hidden in the desert, and it was lost for almost 400 years. Welcome to Petra, Jordan. In this video, I'll tell you all the reasons why you have to put Petra on your bucket list. And I'll also be giving away some very important tips, so that when you do go, you're well prepared. Reason no. One is the lost city of stone. If you didn't know, Petra was actually built into a mountainside over 2,000 years ago by the Nabatean people. They were known for their incredible engineering skills, and they used their knowledge to carve over 800 tombs, temples, and other structures directly into the solid rock. The most famous one is called the Treasury, or Al-Khazneh in Arabic. It was built around 100 AD and was probably used as a mausoleum for a Nabatean king. Its exact purpose still remains a mystery. But what we do know is that it took over 20,000 workers 40 years to complete. Just imagine the dedication and craftsmanship it must have taken to make such an amazing structure. Reason no, 2 is hidden in the desert. To get to Petra, you first have to walk through a narrow canyon that is only 3 feet wide in some places. This passage is called the Sick, and it winds its way through mountains for over a mile. As you approach the end, the walls start to open up, and suddenly, Petra reveals itself in all its glory. The dramatic entrance adds a sense of mystery and anticipation, making the whole experience even more unforgettable. Reason number 3 is rich Nabatean history. Speaking of the Nabatean people, let's talk a little bit more about them. So the Nabatean kingdom flourished between the 4th century BC and the 1st century AD. They were known for being excellent traders, and they controlled important trade routes between Arabia, Egypt, and Syria. In fact, Petra was once the capital of their empire, and it served as a major hub for trading goods like incense, spices, and precious stones. The Nabateans were also very innovative when it came to water management. They built an elaborate system of dams, canals, and cisterns that allowed them to collect and distribute water throughout the city. This was essential, since Petra is located in a desert and water was scarce. Their ingenuity is truly remarkable. Reason no. For stunning sunset views, the color of the sandstone is what makes Petra so unique. Now, you see the rocks are rich in iron, which gives them a reddish color. But the intensity of the hue can change depending on the lighting. During sunrise and sunset, the sky creates a beautiful reflection, making the rocks glow even brighter. The best place to admire the colors is from the top of the Monastery mountain. If you're feeling adventurous, definitely make the trek up there. You won't regret it. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, and you want to see more of mine, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. It really helps me out. Thank you. Reason no. 5 is adventure awaits. Now, let's talk about the things you can do in Petra. First up, you gotta check out the Monastery, also known as Ad-Dir. It's another impressive rock-carved structure, but this one is much larger than the Treasury. To reach the monastery, you have to climb 800 steps. But again, the view at the top is absolutely breathtaking. If you don't feel like walking, don't worry. You can take a horse. But I recommend saving your energy because once you see the monastery, you'll definitely want to go exploring around. Oh, and while you're in the area, don't forget to visit the High Place of Sacrifice, which is located nearby. Be careful though, because the path leading up to it can be quite steep and slippery in some parts. Right, next up, let's talk about the Little Petra. This is a smaller version of the main Petra site, and it's perfect for families with kids. Here you can explore more tombs and houses that were carved into the rock, and it's not as crowded as the main area. Plus, if you're lucky, you might even spot some goats climbing around on the rocks. They seem to love exploring just as much as we do. Speaking of exploring, how about taking a camel ride? Yes, you can actually ride camels in Petra. Imagine yourself gliding through the vast desert landscape on the back of a camel. It's a unique experience that will make you feel like you've stepped back in time. Just make sure to bring some water for both you and your camel companion. And don't forget to haggle over the price beforehand. It's customary in Petra to bargain for goods and services, especially if you're going around with a guide. You should always try to negotiate a lower price. It's just the way things are done there. And remember to bring plenty of cash, especially if you plan on doing a lot of shopping. There are plenty of stalls and shops selling everything from jewelry and clothing to handicrafts and souvenirs. You can find pretty much anything you want in Petra. Reason no, 6 is learn about Bedouin culture. Speaking of shopping, did you know that the local Bedouins make some of the most exquisite jewelry in the world? Well, they use traditional techniques passed down from their ancestors to create stunning pieces out of silver and coral. It's fascinating to see how these intricate designs come together, and even more exciting to own a piece that reflects such rich cultural heritage. Don't forget to ask questions and learn about the history behind each design. You'll be amazed by the stories and craftsmanship. Okay, now let's talk about food. Bedouin cuisine is known for its delicious lamb dishes. They often cook it in a traditional oven called a manish. The slow cooking process locks in the juices and creates a succulent, mouth-watering meal that will leave you craving for more. And don't forget to try some Arabic meze, which are small bites like hummus, baba ganoush, and falafel. They're perfect for sharing with friends and family and are a great way to sample different flavors. And finally, let's talk about local crafts. One thing you might not expect to find in a desert is pottery. But the Bedouins have been making pottery in Petra for centuries. These skilled artisans use clay from the earth and decorate their pieces with intricate patterns and designs. You can buy handmade pottery as a souvenir, or even take a class and make your own. Who knows, maybe you'll discover a hidden talent for pottery. Reason number 7 is night at Petra. Last but certainly not least, you have to experience Petra at night. It's a magical event called Petra by Night. It takes place every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. During this time, the Treasury is illuminated by thousands of flickering candles. The entire site transforms into a fairy tale-like setting, and it feels like you've stepped back in time to witness a truly unforgettable experience. It's highly recommended to visit Petra at night at least once during your trip. Just keep in mind that tickets are a bit more expensive than usual, but trust me, it's worth every penny. You won't forget it. Well, folks, this brings us to the end of our exploration of Petra. From its stunning architecture to its cultural significance, Petra has it all. Hey, I hope I've inspired you to add Petra to your bucket list. And if you've already been there, I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.